Well, hello, happy Wednesday. Thank you for joining us once again for this Your Resource Spotlight, coming straight from Spouseforce, your virtual community for military spouses. I'm Laura Torres, and I'm here to bring you another amazing resource for our community. But this particular case is for our Tennessee chapter. So if you are in Tennessee, this is a great resource for you, and I would like to know where you're watching. So please make sure that you place your comments, you share, you tag, and you post your questions, because we'll go through some of those towards the end. But without further ado, I want to introduce first my chapter director, our First Lady of Tennessee of Blue Star Families, who is here to tell us also and introduce our resource partners. So, Karissa.
Hi, everyone. I am Karissa Poe. I am the Tennessee chapter director here. So our Tennessee chapter covers Fort Campbell, Kentucky, Clarksville, Tennessee, and Nashville, Tennessee. And I am happy to, of course, be here in the community, creating partnerships with various organizations, whether they're for-profit or nonprofit, as well as other agencies and individuals who help me to, of course, deliver programs here in Tennessee that help military families feel connected to their communities. And without further ado, I would like to welcome Jessica. Jessica is with Digital Works, which is a one-of-a-kind job creation program that's developed by Connected Nation. Digital Works goes beyond training and placement to encompass high-demand telework professions. And I'll turn it over to you, Jessica, to let us know some more.
Thank you so much, Karissa. I appreciate it. My name is Jessica. I am a facilitator for the Digital Works program. The Digital Works program is run by Connected Nation, which is a nonprofit out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. Our program has been all over the United States and a little bit outside as well over the last 8 years since it started. And I am currently sitting right outside of Fort Campbell, Kentucky. You can probably hear it a little bit in the background, where my facility is located and we have our classes. Thank you so much for having me today.
And thank you, Jessica, for coming. And I do want to bring point of contact. You did reference that there was a little bit of rain out there for you guys. You were experiencing some thunderstorms. So it looks like your video, it's a little bit off. So I just want to bring that off to your attention, because we love to see you. You're so energetic, but your video, it looks like it went off. So you might want to turn it off and turn it back on so that we can get that situated. And while you do that, I want to put Karissa on the spot and say, Karissa, what's going on this week in your Tennessee community that we can take advantage as we wait for Jessica to fix her video?
So actually this week in the Tennessee community, which we have had going on for a few weeks, we have a reading program that's going on. So that, of course, is a cohort that we are right now trying out in Tennessee. It's our Ready Book Club. And so we will be bringing more book clubs to you after we try out this one, which is, it seems to be working, and we'll be implementing that in our community. We also have a cooking class for kids that's on Thursdays at 5:30, from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. So that's been going really well. Also yesterday, we kicked off across Blue Star Families, not just in Tennessee, we kicked off our survey. So it's survey time here at Blue Star Family. So if you're not familiar with the annual Military Family Lifestyle Survey, that will be going on from yesterday. So that's April 27th all the way up to June 6th. So I want you to check out our website at bluestarfam.org, or you could go on the Blue Star Families Facebook page and you'll find the link that you can actually take the survey, share it with your families. It's for, of course, active duty military, retirees, reserves, National Guard, and their family members. So we want you to take that survey. Tell us your story. Let us know what's going on. With the results from the surveys, we're able to, of course, implement more programs and, of course, make partnerships within our community for what you tell us that you need. So definitely take that survey and let us know. So again, it's survey time.
Thank you for that, Karissa. And I'm going to send it back to Jessica so that she can reintroduce herself briefly, because we lost her a little bit in the video during the introduction. So if you can, and then after that, we'll kick it back to Karissa. So go ahead, Jessica, reintroduce yourself, please.
I apologize. Thanks for letting me redo this, Laura. Again, my name is Jess Golson. I am the facilitator for the Digital Works program, and I'm currently sitting right outside of Fort Campbell, Kentucky. And as Laura said, we've got some storms that have been coming through this area. And so if that's been messing with my video, I apologize. But I am here to represent the Digital Works program, which is a customer service training and job placement resource program that has been put together by Connected Nation, a nonprofit located in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So thanks so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. So, Karissa, I know we shifted gears a little bit because this is survey time, and 20% of our military spouse population have expressed currently, due to the recent List of Family surveys, currently are unemployed, underemployed. So based on that, we want to bring in great resources here for our military spouse community. So I'm going to put Jessica on the spotlight and say, Jessica, why is this, your resource from Digital Works, such a good resource for military spouses?
That's a really good question. It's one of my favorites to answer because of what the answer is, right? So I'm a military spouse, and I grew up a military child, so I know this life. And one of the things that we deal with as spouses are frequent moves. We're all over the place, and from one year to the next, we really don't know where we're going to be most of the time. One of the advantages of this program is that it focuses specifically on finding remote work employment. And with remote work employment, there is a certain level of flexibility and movability that you just don't get with any other kind of job. So many of my students and candidates come in the door and they have huge gaps on their resumes, or they haven't been employed for years because it's very difficult to find employment when you move often, when you are just trying to get settled in a new area. And then once you find employment, trying to transfer to another employer in the new location that you're going often proves pretty darn near impossible. With remote work employment, that's not something that you have to worry about. Almost every one of the vendors that we've worked with over the years have a flexibility and opportunity to move from one state to the next and maintain your employment. This limits the amount of gaps that you have on your resume because you're not having to change jobs as often. And it gives you the opportunity to not only maintain that employment, continue to build your skill level, but have the flexibility of a schedule that if your service member deploys or goes for training, or you decide to go home for a period of time, you can schedule your work around your actual life instead of the other way around.
That's wonderful. I love that. I love that you said remote right there. Remote. How about that, Karissa? Remote. Is that an ideal work scenario that it's usually sought by the community over in Tennessee? What's your feedback on that?
I feel like it is. I feel like lots of spouses that I meet, that is something that they're looking for, especially since COVID. A lot of family members, our military family members had to, of course, make adjustments within their household, and they feel as if a remote job would, of course, work best for them. And also, many spouses that I've met, the reason why they haven't worked is because they need something that, would accommodate their schedules at home, of course, when the spouses are gone, and if they have children too. And for me personally, I've actually been working remote since 2017. And I always tell people, if I have to go back to an office, I'm probably going kicking and screaming. So I love remote work. I feel like it definitely suits, of course, the needs, and of course, of our military families. And I love that Digital Works, of course, offers that. And you're right here, right outside the gate. So I love it.
Absolutely. So Jessica, then how can we sign up for this opportunity? What's the next process? How does it work?
So signing up is really easy, but there is a bit of a process to it. So when you go to our website, digitalworksjobs.org, you can go to sign up at the very top and the registration and the training portion and register. Registration only takes a few moments, just basic information. But after you register, and this part's really important, there's an email that gets sent to you right away. And that email can sometimes go to your junk or spam folder, so you might have to look for it. Just letting you know. But within that email are directions for the next steps. And this is going to include you watching a short orientation video, which is so incredibly informative. I can't stress this enough. It's going to tell you about remote work. A lot of people have expectations for remote work that aren't realistic. And that's something that we combat a lot, is that people think that you can work one way or it's going to look a certain way. And we want to make sure that they're informed correctly. So this orientation video allows you to learn all about what remote work looks like, the benefits, but also the things that you need to be prepared for in your home. as far as high-speed internet, et cetera, the different types of jobs that are available in the remote work industry. And then there's going to be directions in that email how to move forward. There's a couple of assessments that we try to make sure that everybody is up to par to be able to work from home. You have to be able to be computer literate, have some typing experience. But then after you meet those basic requirements and you're in the training program that we do, I work with you one-on-one and in your class environment to excel in each of those skills. So you don't have to come in already a master of anything, but you definitely need to have a basic knowledge of computer systems.
That's amazing. I love that. And I'm going to do a quick recap. So I'm going to take a break here to do a quick recap in case anybody's watching or joining us right here a little bit late, especially in the Tennessee chapter, because this is your Research Spotlight Tennessee edition. So if you've never seen one of our segments, this is a segment that is brought to you by Spouseforce, our virtual community. And we bring it to you every Wednesday or every other Wednesday or so when we have a really amazing Research Spotlight that we must share with our military spouse community that you can take advantage, that is going to help you enhance your career trajectory, expand your skills, but most importantly, eventually be employed and be able to match your military lifestyle. And that's why we're here. We're here with Digital Works, and we're here with Karissa Poe, who is our Tennessee Chapter Director, or as I would like to call her, AKA my First Lady of Tennessee for Blue Star Families. And so she's here to supporting our community and let us know everything else that is going on in Tennessee. So Karissa, I'm going to kick it back to you because I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking. So what else do we have going on here in this area for your chapter?
All right, so a few more things that we do have going on here in Tennessee right now. What I am looking for is I'm looking for some Tennessee chapter ambassadors. So if you like to serve community, I want you on my team. So that's, of course, to help me with, of course, thinking about events, planning events, running events. So if you would like to do any of that, also if you're interested in social media, you could run our social media platform, which is Facebook. So if you like to do any of those things, definitely get with me. You could email me at tennessee@bluestarfam.org and let me know. And I'll send you the link so that you could sign up, and then I'll work with you as a volunteer. Of course, we track your volunteer hours. At the end of the year, we turn them in for service awards. So I would love to have you partner with me, work with me. Also, if you live on Fort Campbell, you'll probably see it coming out soon. We're actually putting together some little free libraries that will be coming on to Fort Campbell. And so what I'm looking for are library volunteers. So who would like to steward those libraries? That's keeping them neat and tidy. And also you could plan fun events at those libraries. So if you have any interest in, of course, serving our community, just reach out to me at tennessee@bluestarfam.org and I will get you plugged in. I would love to have you serve with me.
There you go. Absolutely. And then that's a good way for us to also be able to plug it in, because it's a circle. While you go through the process of enrolling in Digital Works and building your career trajectory, you can volunteer with a purpose and build your work experience through volunteerism, but volunteerism that really makes sense, and then perhaps would allow you to really build that remote skill that is needed to be part of the program. Because once, like Karissa said, once you're a remote employee and you have that experience, it really becomes a wonderful opportunity for you to take advantage. And then it's a process. So we're here to support you and to lead you into really amazing resources. And because of that, I want to put in Jessica back on the spot and say, Jessica, what is our next call of action? What's next, and how can we be a successful applicant for your program?
Thanks, Laura. Well, I want to say that I second everything that Karissa said. Get involved in your community. In this Fort Campbell community, our Digital Works program is more than just a training program and job placement resource. We are definitely community minded. We do our best to interact with both the Fort Campbell area and the Clarksville area, as well as the Hopkinsville and Oak Grove area right here where we're at, to make sure that we're involved in both states as much as we can, and the people here to support our military community. So if you want to get involved in those things, get into it. If you have questions about those, we're happy to help as well. Check out our Facebook page as well, our Digital Works Facebook page for the Fort Campbell area. We have a lot of upcoming activities, including virtual career fairs that will be posted on there, as well as our website, digitalworksjobs.org, that I told you about before. But really right now, we've got a June class that is filling up. It's filling up. It's our first summer virtual class for 2021, and it is going to start on June 1st. So we are taking applications and registration for it right now. If you live within basically an hour of the Fort Campbell area on the Tennessee side, or in Kentucky at all, and you're a military spouse or a spouse of a veteran, or a veteran yourself, please sign up. Talk to us. Miss Chantel is our proctor, and she will contact you after you go through the initial process, and we'll be able to chat about all of the ways that you can get involved, but also ways that you can help be part of the community that you're in and what we're going to do to support you in the process.
Wonderful. That's amazing. That is really incredible. This is exactly what we love and what we do here at Blister Families. It's a full circle of community collaborations and engaging into service, into supporting the military community, but most importantly, leading into sustainable opportunities, whether that is through volunteerism and then eventually jumping into a career, or the career and then also volunteering. Because once you get a job, sometimes you can get a little bit bored and you might need a little outside experience or just outside fun activities, and that's where Karissa can be a great resource to plug you in, especially when you're working remotely. Sometimes you do need the meet person and the people time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any highlights? And I'm going to put you on the spot, Jessica. Any highlights? Just as we wrap this up, that we can know a little bit more about remote work, digital works, or anything that will just tips, tricks that will just, in case anybody out there is wondering or listens to the very end, like sometimes it happens, that will catch this and say, this is what you need to do next.
Yes, absolutely. What can I not tell you about the program? So as far as digital works is concerned, there's so many things that we do within our training program that we can offer you. Not only do we do the customer service prep to prepare you for remote work positions, but we have a very strong career readiness portion of the program. And this phase takes you through resume building specifically for remote type work, which is a different world. That if you're not used to it, it's a whole different set of rules and regulations to follow, right? I know. But also virtual interviewing, which is also so different from in-person, cover letters, social networking and professional networking. All of this stuff is covered in the training. And then the last part of our training portion is actual applications for jobs. So we have, over the last almost 8 years that this program has been in place across the country, established a partnership, kind of like a network of different vendors. And these vendors all have access to multiple different companies worth of careers that are in the remote workforce, work at home type jobs. We've made sure that they are verified legitimate companies so that we're not worrying about anybody ending on the wrong side of the tracks with this. And so we introduce them to our students one at a time, and we walk them through how to apply for this. We have actual staff who have gone through the application process. I mean, it's really the most inside look that you could ever get on how to apply for these vendors and building this relationship. So it's probably one of the best things I think about the program is that we walk you through the whole thing, and you have continuous support. And even afterwards, once you're in a position, we're still going to be best friends. You're going to leave me before I leave you. I'm here for you with your questions. I'm here to help you through the next step. And this whole program revolves around that continuous relationship building.
I love that. I love that. So thumbs up. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe, and that you share with your best male spouse, friend, BFF, or your resource, your veteran, you name it. Don't keep it to yourself. Just tag, support, but also tag and support about those great opportunities that Karissa mentioned. And I'm going to get back to her in a little bit so she can wrap us up. But, this is a great resource that it's available for you, especially for this Tennessee community. This is your Resource Spotlight Tennessee edition. So make sure that you follow, like, and share, and then you connect with us at our Spouseforce virtual community. If you're not familiar with that, we have a Facebook group just for military spouses where we share all the resources, all the immediate hiring opportunities, additional things, tips and tricks, and all these other great things that sometimes we cannot blast all in a very massive format, but those are all in there for you. So make sure that you join our community. And so with that, I'm going to send it over to Karissa so she can close us up.
Okay, I'll close it out. I did have another question for Jessica. Jessica, does this program cost anything for military spouses to enroll?
All right, that you're getting into the heavy stuff, right? We want to know what's the bottom line here. How much are we going to pay? Our program is 100% grant and funder funded. Okay, so that means that our military spouses, our veterans, our veteran spouses, our transitioning service members, anyone who qualifies for this program is not having to worry about paying for the program. It is covered by these grants and by independent funders who believe in this program and want to continue to see success in our military community.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you for that. That is great. All right, and so I will close this out just by saying, if you are not already a Blue Star family member, which you might be or you might not, but if you're not, we want you to go to bluestarfam.org /join and sign up to be a Blue Star family member. It's always free. Everything within our community is free. And also follow the Tennessee chapter's Blue Star Families page, and we are Blue Star Families of Tennessee. So if you join our Facebook page, and once you sign up and with your zip code, you'll actually receive our newsletter monthly, and that will let you know exactly what programs and events we have going on here in our community. So you want to look out for what's coming up in May. We'll have a few things coming up in May for you. So definitely get on board and join our events. Sign up to, of course, serve our community because we'd love to have you. And I do thank you for, of course, tuning in today with us on the Resource Spotlight with Spouseforce and Laura and Jessica. Thank you.
Thanks so much, you guys.